Hi, this is Jake with Optimus Futures, and in this video, I'll be walking you through the Markets tab on the Optimus News app. So if you aren't already familiar with it, the Markets tab can be accessed in the top left-hand corner here, and you'll simply just need to click on Markets. This is the default tab that is open, so just keep that in mind. But if you happen to navigate off of it by accident, just remember you can always get back to it by left-clicking the Markets tab. Now the Markets tab is very useful because it allows you to keep a close eye on the contracts that you're most interested in. So as you can see here, we're currently on our favorites watch list. This is where we can customize the exact contracts we'd like to place on our watch list. The watch list is the first thing that you'll see when you open up Optimus News. Now by default, you may only have a few different contracts here, or the watch list may be entirely empty. But we can go into each specific field here based off of the contracts that are provided on Optimus News and favorite the ones we'd like to add to our watch list so we can see them at first glance. So as you can see currently, I already have the euro versus US dollar activated. If you'd like to add something to your watch list, you'll just simply need to left click on the star here. As you can see, we have a confirmation down in the lower right hand corner that does say our market follow for the euro versus US dollar has been canceled. We can reactivate it by simply left clicking it. And now as you can see, our market follow for the euro versus US dollar has been added. So if we go back into our watch list now, as you can see, it's down at the bottom because that was the most recent one added. So we do have markets for Forex, commodities, indices, and bonds. Again, you can add whatever you like by simply clicking on that filter. And then if you'd like to add it to the watch list, you just left click on the star and that will add it to your watch list favorites. Now, as you can see, you do have a capacity of up to 15 different markets or commodities or different contracts that you'd like to follow. If you're looking for one in particular, you can click the blue button right here, and then we can just manually search for whatever contract we'd like to add. If I type in oil, as you can see, we have two different contracts for oil on Optimus News, the CFD Brent Crude and the CFD West Texas Oil. So if I left click West Texas Oil now, this will also be added to our favorite watch list. So that's something to keep in mind instead of going through each individual contract type and looking for exactly what we need. Just simply click on the blue button and then search for exactly what you need. Now, the great thing about the watch list is, as I said, you'll see at first glance when you do open up the platform. But from here, we can actually individually click on each different contract type and get an event card and a breakdown of essentially what's been going on with our particular contract we have. So as I showed before, we added the euro versus US dollar. If I left click on it, as you can see, it does get broken down now. We have trade ideas. So this is potential trade ideas for any past or upcoming potential news events. We can click on the trade event and the trade idea for that specific event that occurred. As you can see, these two have been expired here, but we do get some trades characteristics, which we can also scroll through as well, showing different trading performance as well as descriptions of that particular event related to its currency and characteristics based off of that. If we scroll down, we actually get the entire economic calendar just for this particular symbol. So as you may have seen, when you do go into the calendar, we do get our entire list of events based off the currencies that we do select. And from there, we'll have to individually click on each event and then scroll down and find the related instrument. Well, the great thing, as I mentioned, about the market list and the market tab in general is the fact that we can click on the specific contracts, scroll down, and from here, instead of going through each event and finding the events that have related instruments, from here we can just find the exact instrument we're looking for and find only the events related to that. So as you can see, for the euro versus the US dollar under our economic calendar, we get a brief event card for an upcoming event. And if we click on it, as you can see, it's actually upcoming in just about 2 minutes here. My current time is January 9th, and it's 1:58. This is occurring at 2 o'clock. So if we click on it, as you can see, we start getting a big breakdown of our economic event card here. And it just pretty much gives you all the relative information that you would find in our typical calendar tab, but this is just a specific way to find an event that has your contract relevant or is relevant to that event, and how this event may affect the actual contract that you're intending to keep an eye on or trade. Another thing here, if you do open up an event card directly from your market list, instead of having to go back and clicking on that exact instrument and having to go through every single submenu, you can just simply go back to market and it'll bring you exactly back to the contract that you specified originally. But that was just a brief breakdown of the market tab and how it can be utilized in conjunction with the calendar tab. So we hope you found that helpful. If you did, feel free to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos on Optimus News. If you do have any questions, feel free to reach out to us by phone, by email, or you can post a question on our forum, which is community.optimusfutures.com. Once again, thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoyed this video.